The National Park Service logo.
Title: Yellowstone in Depth. Episode 7, Geysers.
Streams of hot water gush out from the Earth's surface, forming clouds of mist in the air. A geyser erupts forcefully, creating a tall column of water reaching up to the sky. The sunset paints the steam bright orange. Two visitors watch from a distance as a different geyser spews forth a continuous jet of water, drenching the surrounding area.
Hank Heisler, park geologist.
There is a lot of discussion nowadays about why Yellowstone was made the world's first national park. Put yourself back in 1865, and you come into this area. Is the remoteness what is unique? No. When you found a town in 1865 in the Rocky Mountains, that was unique.
A bison walks into a stream.
Were the wildlife? No, you lived off the wildlife.
Panoramic view of several bison grazing with snow-capped mountains visible in the distance.
Was it spectacular scenery? No, Rocky Mountain area was known for its scenery. What was unique in the 1860s, 1870s, to the people who came here were the thermal features.
Geysers gushing out of the earth, forming steaming sprays and clouds of mist. Next, a gurgling hot spring with steam rising out of the water. Large bubbles form and then pop on the surface of a mud pond. A large blue steaming pool, then an active geyser, drenching the surrounding area in hot water. A pair of geysers erupting violently one after the other, clouding the area in mist. A column of hot water gushes out of a small white rocky formation in the middle of a pool.
There's approximately 900 geysers worldwide, and we have over 500 of those in Yellowstone.
Katie Duffy, park ranger.
This is a geologic park, first and foremost. That's why it was set aside. And today it encompasses 2.2 million acres of pretty wild land. More geysers in this mile and a half or so than any place else in the world.
Yellowstone is a great place to see geology alive and in action daily. And we need to have places where people can experience these unique natural phenomena for themselves.
Three people watch as a geyser erupts right in front of their eyes.
I live in Minnesota, and this is not something I see every day. So I enjoy coming out here just to see something different, something that's part of nature, and something that's a lot bigger than I am.
A woman films a geyser in action.
When you see boiling water shoot 150 feet into the air on its own accord, then you're like, wow, that is definitely something that we're just a small piece in this really cool world. A geyser is basically a hot spring that erupts. It acts like a pressure cooker, and so when that pressure is released, all the water underneath flashes the steam, pushes the water out into a geyser eruption. So it's basically like nature's natural fountain.
Visitors on a boardwalk watch from a distance as a geyser starts erupting.
Every eruption is unique and beautiful in its own way. Geysers have their own unique personality. Some are very unpredictable, a few are predictable. Depending on the wind and the pressure of the water and how much recharge, you get different eruptions.
Mist coming out of a bubbling wetland. Next, a sequence of violent eruptions, with water sprays extending all the way up to the sky.
Geysers are what we call mathematically chaotic systems. Slight variations in the amount of cold water coming in, the amount of heat coming up, a change in the plumbing system can give you dramatically different results. And what I enjoy seeing is not the reproducibility of geysers, but the infinite variety even within a single geyser.
We're lucky we can predict the 5 or 6 that we can. And that can vary from year to year, whether or not we can predict and maybe how big a window around them. I think it teaches us to respect natural systems that don't operate on our time frame.
Now, a geyser like Old Faithful has a name for a reason, and it is fairly faithful. Its period between eruptions has lengthened from 60 minutes to about 90 minutes over the last 30 years. Will that continue? We don't know. Someday, may Old Faithful stop? Yes. But the main point of this national park is to let natural geologic processes go on without we as humans affecting them.
A series of shots showing geysers of different strength.
We preserve them not for what they can do for us in terms of something economic, but in terms of what they do for our hearts.
Two silhouettes framed against a white cloud of mist. Next, a group of visitors running to find a good spot, facing a geyser. They hold their phones and cameras up excitedly as the geyser erupts in the distance. Tall columns of water spurt out of the earth intermittently.
Yellowstone in Depth, Episode 7, Geysers, produced by Stephen M. Bumgardner, featuring Katie Duffy and Hank Heisler.